everybody, welcome to Chow Time. I am Spike Spencer, this is my kitchen, and today we're going to be making Hoisin green beans. This is one of the dishes that I make for my family all the time. So it's very, very simple, very easy. We're going to rock and roll with it. So what do you need? You need Hoisin, and you need green beans, and a couple other things. That's it. I'm going to start with onions. We'll start with onions. When you're thinking about a dish, you want to make sure that you, like I do on the show, I start from scratch. I haven't even opened up the can here, but I've got onions I would keep in the fridge. So I got some onions. I'm gonna just slice up this big bad boy right here. I could do bigger slices, smaller slices, doesn't matter. My main thing is I'm just gonna do a base. I'm gonna throw it in the pan and start cooking it. That's kind of the main thing. Throw it in the pan. I've got the heat going here. I'm dealing with an induction top, so I'm doing the best I can here. These things are not as nice as having a big honking natural gas stove. Yeah. Sorry. I like fire. I'm going to put it in the pan, get some olive oil in there. Now, I used to be one of those people that said, okay, you got to put the olive oil in there first, and then you got to put the stuff in there so it sizzles, et cetera, et cetera. After going to cooking school, they're like, just get it in the pan. All right, doesn't matter, I'll get it in the pan. It really doesn't matter if you're just sauteing up. If you're going to fry something, obviously you need that sizzle, so you got to have that action. But when I'm starting something off with onions, I'm just throw everything in the pan and go for it. Go to my next thing, which is garlic. So there's, what, 5 ingredients in this thing? We'll talk about hoisin sauce in a minute, but the garlic is next. I want to get these things started because they're going to take a little bit of time, especially with the way this heat is going on this induction top. You got to take that into consideration. For example, I travel. We travel a lot as a family. I say a lot, but we do. We've got another baby on the way, so we're not going to travel that much anymore for a little while, but we still do. And we've traveled, we traveled when Declan was 1. We went to Australia. Colton wasn't even 1 when we flew back from Australia. So yeah, we traveled. We just went to Orlando. Been to Orlando a couple of times since we got back. Yeah, we traveled. And when we do, most of the time, we stay at Airbnbs. And I don't get paid by Airbnb or anything like that, but we do that because it gives us room. It gives us space, and it gives me a kitchen. I actually travel with my knives. So, because, most of the places you go, whether it's, could be a timeshare situation or Airbnb or vacation rental or whatever, they'll have pans and stuff, but it's just usually awful. Their nonstick pans have been beaten and bruised, and somebody's used a fork on them, and all that Teflon's getting released. And don't get me started on that. I'm still researching some of that. The next thing we're gonna have, I've got some water chestnuts, and I get them sliced. Okay, so we've got our water chestnut. I put this here. Okay. I love water chestnut in dishes because this is a great thing to have just in your pantry. I get them sliced like this. You can buy them whole, or you can get them sliced. You can even buy them, I think, even sliced more, like chopped. I don't want to do that because I want to chop them up myself a little bit. So like that. I'm going to keep it about like that. That gives a good mouthfeel. You're dealing with green beans, so you've got a nice texture there. This adds some crunch. You don't need a lot. I'm not going to add like the whole can, but it depends on how big of a batch I'm doing. If I'm doing a batch for the whole family in a big pan, I might do all of that because it's fun. But I got some green beans. They're snipped green beans. They're trimmed and washed and all of that good stuff. Some people would say, no, wash them again. I don't have to because we're about to do something interesting. I am going to boil them. I'm going to parboil them. not for long. You just want just a little bit of that. And then you want to drop it in. We call it blanching and shocking. I'm just going to blanch them just for a minute to bring out the real green. And I could shock them in water, but since I'm going directly to the pan, I'm just not going to overcook them. There's something about if I just went straight to the pan, it would cook, but it just doesn't have that pop that I'm looking for. So these are nice and green. This is about all I'm going to cook. I'm just going to do about a handful today. I'm going to bring this water up to boil, and we're going to pop these in for about 30 seconds, maybe. Sometimes that's all I'll cook them. That will be something I will throw some green beans in, or some snow peas, or something greens like that. Pop them in just for a few seconds. I did a great one on broccoli leaf. Check out that show. I did the broccoli leaf many different ways, and also I just blanched it in there just for a minute. I didn't shock it, or did I shock it? I may have shocked it, depending on what I was doing. So you don't want to overcook them. I don't want to boil these green beans, but green beans can be kind of tough, right? So I will butter chestnut. I'll go ahead and throw these water chestnuts in to the other pan, because we're not going to cook them up that long. Once we shock them, we're going to go directly in the pan, and then we're just going to saute just for a couple minutes. That's really it. So think about your green beans. Now, sometimes if you look at a green bean, this is okay. This tip right here, you can eat that. A lot of people will take that off. I do sometimes because of just sometimes they're a little funkly, you know what I'm saying? But they're absolutely fine to eat. And the other end has the stem, so you chop that off. Some of you guys might know, some of my older friends out there might remember the old days of sitting on the patio with a bowl full of green beans, snipping off the tops, having a chat with grandma, that sort of thing. Yes, that's an old person thing. You know what? It's really good for connecting with your elders. Just going to throw that out there. Let's turn this one down a little bit. Okay, the water is not coming up to a super, super full boil, but it is good enough. I'm going to drop these in. We're going to let them do their thing for just a minute. And I have no way to take them out. I need tongs. To the rescue! Ta-da! Tongs. All right. Let them do their thing. Just for a minute here. Now, the hoisin sauce. Let's talk about hoisin sauce. Hoisin, Hoisin. This is gluten-free, because we do gluten-free here in this house for the most part. I don't have to do gluten-free, but I choose to for the most part, unless I'm going to Whataburger. Give me that bun. Or get some fried chicken. Oh, yeah. But I fry chicken with gluten-free flour, so it's good. But hoisin is like a sweet, thick soy sauce with a hint of licorice, black licorice, if that makes sense. This one I found is really good. I don't know what this was. Three Dragons is one I found at the store. I've been enjoying this one. I've tried many different ones, and I just try different ones from time to time. This one's got a deep, rich flavor for me that I really dig. So we are going to cook these for just a second. They're getting bright. There you go. That's as long as I've really cooked them. This water hasn't really shot up, but they have brought out a greener green. I don't know if you can really see that on camera, but they are a greener green than they were. So what we will do, now that our onions and garlic and water chestnuts over here, a little bit of char on the bottom, which is fine. I like that little flavor. That little charred onion flavor, oh man, that is good. You don't really want that charred garlic flavor, unless you do, you know. But that will lead very quickly to burnt, and you don't want that. Now you can leave all of your green beans like this. I tend to cut them down, so I've got them in a nice row, as you can see, and I just go right down the middle. Actually, you know what? I'll go kind of a diagonal. Yeah, let's get a diagonal. That'd be cool. Oh, actually, I'll diagonal this way, and that way, whoop, whoop, we've got an interesting little cut. Look at that. They've all got a little angle to them. Are my eyes crossed right now? I feel like they're crossed. Are they crossed? There you go. All right, throw them in. Throw your green beans into the pan. Get it in the pan! Give it a little stir. A little flip. Flippity-flu, flippity-flu, flippity-dippity-doo. And then I'm going to hit it with a little hoisin sauce. Don't want too much. I want to glaze it. I don't want to drench it. I want to glaze it. Say that with me. Glaze it. Glaze it. Don't go too much. Don't get glazy. Don't get glazy. Sounded a little funky there. Sounded a little Avenue Q. Just saying. All right. This, you give it a couple and here. There we go. And we're done. I mean, that's it. So from the get-go, we had some onion, some garlic, some water chestnuts, blanched the green beans for a second, hoisin sauce, put it all together. That's really it. You don't need any other seasonings at all. This is it. This is it. Beautiful. Let's plate it. Let's see if I can get everything looking really nice, really nice. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, look at you. You're so pretty. There we go. Turn all the heat off. Do anything bad here. You could obviously do many different things at this point in time. Hit it with some sesame seeds. Hit it with a little bit of oil if you want. I love giving a little bit of oil on everything. Olive oil is great. Olive oil is so good for you, it's just stupid. It was good enough for Jesus. Here we go. We've got sesame seed. Finish it up. Maybe hit it with a little bit of green onion. Da, 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 da. All right. We have hoisin green beans. Voila! Oh yeah, very nice. Okay, there you are. Ladies and gentlemen, hoisin green beans, very easy, very quick, very luscious. Your family will love it. You will love it. It's easy to do. And I'm glad you were here for Chow Time. Check out the next video, and I will see you next time right here on Chow Time. Let's eat.